Hello students, in this video we will be learning about different types of collision and how collisions happen in various dimensions. So let's start. Let's take a look at collisions in one dimension. In one-dimensional collisions, objects move along the same straight line before and after impact. For a completely inelastic collision, the objects stick together, giving us mv is equal to m plus m vf from momentum conservation. The kinetic energy loss in such a collision is delta k is equal to half m1 v1 square minus half m1 plus m2 vf square, which simplifies as delta k is equal to half m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 v1 initial square, a positive quantity as expected. For elastic collisions, both momentum and kinetic energy are conserved. m1 v1 initial equals m1 v1 final plus m2 v2 final. And 1 half m1 v1 initial squared equals 1 half m1 v1 final squared plus 1 half m2 v2 final squared. From these equations, we derive v2 final equals v1 initial plus v1 final. And the final velocities are v1 final equals m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2 times v1 initial. And v2 final equals to times m1 divided by m1 plus m2 times v1 initial. Let's take a look at some of the special cases of one-dimensional collisions. When analyzing one-dimensional collisions, certain special cases yield particularly interesting results. For equal masses, that is, m1 equals m2, in an elastic collision, we find that v1 final equals 0 and v2 final equals v1 initial. This means the first mass comes to a complete stop, transferring all its momentum to the second mass, which moves off with the initial speed of the first mass. In cases where one mass dominates, for example, m2 is much greater than m1, the results are quite different. v1 final is approximately negative v1 initial, and v2 final is approximately 0. The heavier mass remains essentially undisturbed, while the lighter mass reverses its velocity, similar to a ball bouncing off a wall. One-dimensional or head-on collisions occur when the direction of travel of the first body passes through the center of the second body at rest. In general, however, collisions are two-dimensional, with initial and final velocities lying in a plane. Equal masses case. When m1 equals m2 in an elastic collision, the first mass stops completely, v1 final equals 0. The second mass takes the first mass's velocity, v2 final equals v1 initial. Dominant mass case. When m2 is much greater than m1 in an elastic collision, the light mass reverses direction, v1 final is approximately negative v1 initial. The heavy mass barely moves, v2 final is approximately 0. Dimensionality. One-dimensional, objects move along same line. Two-dimensional, velocities lie in a plane. Head-on, travel direction passes through center. What about collisions in two dimensions? Two-dimensional collisions involve objects moving in a plane rather than along a single line. When mass m1 collides with stationary mass m2, linear momentum conservation gives us vector equations that can be resolved into components. If we choose the xy plane to contain the final velocity directions, the conservation equations become m1 v1 initial equals m1 v1 final times cosine theta 1 plus m2 v2 final times cosine theta 2. This is for the x component. For the y component, 0 equals m1 v1 final times sine theta 1 minus m2 v2 final times sine theta 2. With four unknowns v1 final, v2 final, theta 1, and theta 2 and only two equations from momentum conservation, the problem is underdetermined. If the collision is elastic, we gain one more equation from energy conservation. 1 half m1v1 initial squared equals 1 half m1v1 final squared plus 1 half m2v2 final squared. To solve the problem completely, at least one more variable, typically theta 1, must be determined experimentally. Here are some properties related to collisions in two dimensions. Momentum conservation applied in x and y directions. Two equations from vector components. For elastic collisions, kinetic energy is conserved. Provides one additional constraint. Theta 1 and theta 2 represent deflection angles. At least one angle must be known to solve system. Detectors can measure deflection angles. Complete solution requires measurement. There are some special results in two-dimensional collisions we should know about. Beyond contact collisions, physics also studies interactions at a distance, such as comets approaching the Sun or alpha particles nearing a nucleus. These interactions, called scattering, depend on initial velocities, interaction types, masses, shapes, and sizes of the particles involved. Equal mass collision. When m1 is equal to m2 in a glancing elastic collision, the final velocity vectors form a 90 degrees angle. This can be proven mathematically and is observed in billiards. Contact interactions. For spherical masses with smooth surfaces, collisions occur only upon contact. This simplified model applies to games like marbles and billiards. Scattering phenomena. Interactions at a distance, like comets approaching the Sun, involve forces acting without contact. These scattering events depend on multiple factors, including initial velocities and interaction types. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures, and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev to ensure you score well in your exams. And that's not all. You also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for NEET. Thank you.